Guys, it's Jeremy here on Middle Music Meltdown, back with another video. What we have for today, guys, my next installment of my top 10 countries of each, my top 10 bands of each country. If you're new to the channel, welcome. If you enjoy this type of content, please give it a thumbs up and definitely hit the subscribe button and join the family. So like I said, this is a new series I've started. This is episode 3. I've been wanting to do this for a while now, where I kind of visit each country and pick my top 10 bands from each country, kind of pick my favorite album from them, and try to narrow it down. First episode I did Canada, second episode I did the United States, and I figured I'd venture over to Europe and do Sweden next. I know there's going to be a tough task because Sweden has a ton of really good bands in all different genres, like death metal, melodic death metal especially, black metal. They have a bunch of stuff over there. But I narrowed it down to 10, the ones I kind of like the most and that I think are the most important to name, and what the ones I like the most as well. So let's jump right in. There's a ton of bands I had to leave off. I might give some honorable mentions maybe at the end, but let's jump right in. Number 10, I went with Bathory. I'm not a big black metal guy, but these guys are kind of almost like proto black metal. They're very influential in a lot of bands to come. They're like that first wave. They have a different sound than typical wall of noise black metal. Bathory, my favorite album by them has always been the self-titled debut. It's really solid. Love their album. Number 9, I went with The Crown. Great death metal band from Sweden. A band I got into more recently, but I really enjoy their music. Really good stuff. Takes a lot for me to get into a new death metal band, but I really enjoy their sound. It's got a lot of groove in it still, but it's still got that aggressive and brutality of death metal. Really good stuff. Number 8, I went with Soilwork, a great melodic death metal band out of Sweden, of course. Been into these guys for a while now. Love most of their material. I have most of some of their newer albums. I still have to pick up some of their older stuff. But the Living Infinite from 2013 is a really solid record. If you want a starting point, one to check out. Really good stuff. At number 7, I went with Amon Amarth, another great melodic death metal band from Sweden, Viking themed, of course. I have all their albums, I think, except for the newest one. My favorite personally is Twilight of the Thunder God. It's such an epic album. So many great, rememberable songs on that one. Love their sound, really aggressive and heavy, but they have a lot of melody and good choruses and stuff, sing-along kind of songs. I found the last like 3 or 4 albums to be kind of samey. They're kind of putting out the same album over and over at this point. They still sound really good and they're good, but there's not like a lot of distinguishment between them. Like they all kind of sound the same. But overall, really killer band, really good discography, and definitely check out Twilight of the Thunder God. Really good record. At number 6, I have Katatonia. Really cool, like progressive metal, doom metal, gothic metal. Very kind of like somber, depressive kind of sounding metal. Really unique sound. Nobody sounds like them. Their lead singer has a very unique voice. He really delivers the atmosphere and the emotion really well. My favorite album from these guys, I'd either recommend Dead End Kings is really killer, or Viva Emptiness is really good, or The Great Cold Distance. A ton of their albums are really solid. You can't go wrong with these guys. Really good stuff. At number 5, I went with Evergrey. Really solid discography, a progressive metal power metal band. My standout albums would be the newest one. Theory of Emptiness is a front runner for the year album of the year right now for me. It's battling a couple albums right now. The Atlantic is really good from a few years ago, not a few years ago, like 5 years ago. Torn was a really good album. The Storm Within was a really good album. Really good discography, top to bottom, really unique sound, very like rockin'. It's got a ton of melody in their music, but just enough heaviness in the guitars. Really good band. At number 4, I went with Dark Tranquillity, another really good melodic death metal band. Michael Staun is a really good vocalist. Got some of the best growls, but some really good clean vocals as well. Standout albums for me. The Moment album was really good from 2020. Atoma was really good. Construct, like Fiction is really good from 2007. Damage Done for 2002 is really solid. The Gallery from 95, top to bottom, really strong discography. Definitely check out some of their stuff. Number 3, I went with Candlemass, one of the original doom metal bands, epic doom metal. I had to make the top part of my list. This band came to my mind right away for Sweden. Always been one of my favorite, if not my favorite, doom metal band of all time. Their Epicus Doomicus Metallicus debut album is epic, but my personal favorite is their sophomore album from '87, Nightfall. It's probably like a top 10 album of all time for me. It's just so good. Yeah, the vocals are incredible, memorable songs, great musicianship. If you like doom metal, check out Candlemass. But if you're a metalhead, everyone knows Candlemass, but Nightfall is epic, incredible album. Number 2, I went with In Flames. Always been probably overall my favorite melodic death metal band, pretty much of all time. I'm one of the few guys who really enjoys even their later stuff. A lot of people said they sold out, they went commercial, blah, blah, blah. But I still enjoy those albums, Sounds of a Playground Fading, Siren Charms, Eye of the Mask. Like, I still like those records a lot. Still heavy, still got a lot of melody, a lot of really deep guitar riffs. My favorite ones are probably from them are The Jester Race, Colony, Clayman's really good. Come Clarity's good. I like all their stuff. Their latest album from last year, Foregone, was really, really good. Kind of a playback to their older sound. But yeah, I love all their stuff. In Flames just kicks ass. Love them. Some quick honorable mentions before I get to my number 1. There was like Arch Enemy. I didn't make my list. Sabaton's really big from Sweden. I'm not a big fan of them personally, but they didn't make my list. Ghost is another one that didn't make my list. Tons of good bands from Sweden. I considered Lucifer, but when you read up on them, they were technically formed in Germany, but you know, four-fifths of the band are from Sweden, so I kind of debated on that band, but I left them out. Helicopters is another really good kind of hard rock band from Sweden as well. Just like Dismember, Dissection is from Sweden as well. Tons of good bands out of that country. But for number 1, guys, I had to go with the Mighty Opeth, my favorite band of all time. My clear winner was easily number 1, no questions asked. My favorite albums from them, easily Blackwater Park, and then Still Life is really good, Deliverance, Damnation, Ghost Reveries, Watershed. That strip of albums between Still Life and Watershed are just perfect albums, really good stuff. But I really like their early material too, with the straight up kind of death metal, the first 3 albums. And I still enjoy the more recent stuff that's more straight up hard rock, like prog rock. The newest album coming out, Last Will and Testament, I'm super pumped for. It does have some growls in there as well, so that's a big change again. But yeah, Opeth had to be my number 1. So let me know down below, guys, what your top 10 bands from Sweden would be. I'm sure there's bands I probably overlooked or maybe forgot about. But thanks for watching, guys. Let me know what country I should do next in the comments. I'm thinking of doing maybe either Finland or maybe Germany. But let me know down below, give me some ideas. And thanks for watching, guys. Keep it metal.